Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update, and the global market cap sitting at 2.56 trillion, down just a tad, 0.36% decrease over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance, very low, 41%. What that means is there is a lot of money flowing into the altcoins. We're going to take a look at which altcoins those are. And at the time of this video, Bitcoin is trading at 56,631 with a technical score that is slightly bearish. All right, let's take a look at that total top 100 so you can see the mix. It is, well, about 50-50, but there are some real shining stars. In the top 5, leading the way, first is Sandbox. Sandbox is up 27% over the last 24 hours, 89% in the 7-day. Audio up 24% on the 24-hour. Now, this is interesting. They are going to be used on Twitter in that support of the Solana NFTs. So we're going to have NFTs, the non-fungible tokens that will have streaming music. How cool is that? Also, Zcash up 20%. This is really rare, but congratulations to Zcash. They are going from their transition of proof of work to proof of stake. Excellent. Very good. And Gala up again. Woo, look at that. Up 17% in the last 24 hours. 247% in the last 7 days. They announced in the last 24 hours that they are going to have a game-specific node. They've got things going on almost daily. This project is so exciting. And XDC, they are up 14% on the 24 hours, 24% in the last 7 days. All right, let's jump to a big development. I mean, big development, no waiting necessary. The Republic of Palau partners with Ripple to develop digital currency strategy. This is really incredible because they are partnering with this republic to explore the country's first national digital currency and its use case on the XRP Ledger. The partnership will initially focus on developing strategies for cross-border payments. So we know that there is definitely the opportunity to use the digital asset XRP, and then a USD-backed digital currency for Palau. This could see the implementation of the world's first government-backed national stablecoin in the first half of 2022. That's very soon, for which Ripple would provide Palau with technical, business, design, and policy support, meanwhile exploring a USD-backed stablecoin and associated use cases such as corporate registry on the XRP Ledger could provide a viable alternative to the central bank digital currencies, or the CBDCs, for the countries like Palau. This is fantastic because even if you are going to tie it to a sovereign currency, the digital asset XRP, yes, is used as a bridge currency when and if it moves across into another fiat. Okay. When I show you this, you probably don't recognize it at all. Like, what the heck is #ConnectTV? This is a Japanese-centric crypto YouTube channel, which has been around for about a year, and they are in collaboration with CoinPost. You can see that right there. CoinPost is arguably in Japan one of the top 3 online media outlets, and they are working with Emi Yoshikawa, that is Ripple's Vice President of Corporate Strategy and Operations, and she has done her second video with them, and it is all about educating everybody on XRP and the XRP Ledger. Following her first collaboration that was uploaded on September 12th, this particular video is 7 minutes long, and she gets deep into sidechains and the node network. I think she's becoming fast the Matt Hamilton of Japan. You can definitely listen to it. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Yeah, it's in Japanese, but I think if you're an XRP holder, you will understand probably 80% of what she is talking about. All right, Matt, speaking of Matt Hamilton, he is fighting the good fight always in a very eloquent way. And check this out. He was featured in AMB Crypto with his epic comment when he was explaining XRP to a so-called coin expert when they were discussing, I think right off the cuff, unplanned. What came out of Matt's mouth was so funny. He said, if you call XRP the banker coin when then Bitcoin is the drug dealer coin. As a percentage of total supply, more Bitcoin is held by banks than XRP is held by banks at this exact period of time. I think he is correct, and all he got from the person who had the channel operator, was a nervous laugh, which is what we often get when we hear people talking about the XRP Ledger and Ripple when they don't know what they're talking about. All right, not all good news today. This is eToro. They're going to delist ADA and TRX, that's Tron, for US users over regulatory concerns. I got a feeling this is going to start a domino. And that is just not, it's very concerning to see this action being taken, but in a balanced, really good way. We've got something happening that's super positive. Listen to this. This is the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, along with the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, collectively, all three agencies are working together. And it's interesting because yesterday, Hester Peirce was on Leia's channel in an interview, and Hester talked about how agencies would start to place their flags into the ground to take their piece of the crypto pie. This announcement that came in the way of a press release today is the preparation to provide crypto guidance throughout 2022. It's going to take a united approach to crypto, and we can expect communication on crypto standards from this group in the coming weeks. Agencies, they say, need to clarify where crypto fits in. So they are really taking the bull by the horns. They are not waiting for the SEC. And they want to know what agency is best to take care of who and how they plan to work together. Now listen to this. The topics that they're going to discuss are as follows: crypto asset custody for banks, buying and selling and trading for banks, crypto collateralized loans for banks, payments, especially stablecoins for banks, putting crypto on the banking balance sheet. Wow. And focusing on bank capital with liquidity standards. I think if you were in this space maybe just in the last 18 months, you're probably shaking your head and you're saying, oh, it's nice, good stuff. But if you have been in this space since, let's say, as back to 2018 or earlier, I think you're in shock, as I am. I never, ever thought I would see this laid out in a preparation of a roadmap to do these ancillary services that are going to be offered through a bank. It's fantastic. So even though we've got eToro taking the delisting route right now because they don't feel sure with the regulatory clarity, I do believe that these three agencies are going to push forward faster than the SEC. All right, prior to 2011, did you know Warren Buffett dropped the insurance that he provided over and above the FDIC for the wealthy customers of banks? Yeah, he did so because he doesn't trust the banks anymore. He loves the insurance business, that is for sure. Just loves it and still loves it today, but didn't love it enough to put trust into the banks. So it was in this May of 2011, he notified 1,500 banks in 30 states that he would no longer offer that added insurance to the wealthy bank customers because it was due to his lack of trust. But what I want to point out here is I've been thinking, yes, we have this famous 15-second reply that he gave in 2018, which I'll play for you because I think you're going to find he changes his mind. I do believe, now it may happen after he passes the company on, but I do believe that Berkshire Hathaway, his company, is going to get into insuring crypto and Bitcoin for the banks. I just can't see how he wouldn't see this as a beautiful business model. Okay, let's just revisit the comment that he gave when he was asked about the comment of his business partner, Charlie Munger, when Charlie Munger called Bitcoin rat poison. All right, listen to this if you've not heard it. This is a classic.
About 5 years ago, we asked Charlie Munger, we were sitting right there, what he thought of Bitcoin, and he said, rat poison. Back then, it was about $100+ per Bitcoin. Today, it's 9,000. Is it still rat poison?
Well, probably rat poison squared.
So probably rat poison squared. I don't think he'll ever live that comment down, but I do think he is going to enter that space. And when he does, oh, I think it's going to be a pink sparkle moment for me. All right, we are jumping to one last video that I want to share with you. This came from Dune Thomas, and it is about XRP and the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. He says it so clearly and doesn't mince his words at all. In fact, he puts forth how ridiculous this lawsuit is. And just listen to this minute and 48 seconds and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
When you compare Ripple's XRP to Ethereum's Ether, you have to scratch your head, or at least scratch the head of the person next to you. You have to ask, how did Ether get the thumbs up while Ripple got a thumbs down? It just doesn't make much sense. The fact is, the SEC either has a clear standard for determining why one cryptocurrency is considered a security or not, or they don't. And if they don't have that standard, then they shouldn't have said Ether and Bitcoin meet or have met that standard. If they do have a standard, then they should be telling everyone explicitly the rules that they're playing by. They should be telling those people what that standard is. And that's the most confounding part. Even to this day, the SEC has not given a clear definition, in spite of the fact they do have clear favorites: Bitcoin and Ether. Neither of these likely scenarios, having a clear rule but not telling the other players what it is, or not having a clear rule and making a strong ruling, neither of these approaches are acceptable behavior from a government agency, because that indicates less of an interest in the public good and more of an interest in something else. The bottom line is the SEC's lemonade enough test has a very fishy smell to it. If you don't tell the lemonade companies exactly what counts as lemonade enough, and then go on to exonerate one company while demonizing the other when their offerings seem about equal, then what are we to think? It looks like the SEC is playing favorites, or, in the very least, they're being horribly sloppy.
Well said, Dune. Well said. All right, we are going to jump to the fluff, and we're talking about Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani-san, he received a unanimous American League MVP winner award. Yes, he can hit and he can pitch. He had a season filled with incredible accomplishments on the California Angels, and he joins legends like Mickey Mantle, Reggie Jackson, Ken Griffey Jr. This is so interesting because in Japan, the Prime Minister wanted to present him with the People's Honor Award. This is given to Japanese citizens in the arts, the entertainments, and the sports, but he respectively declined. And I am so surprised because it's the first person ever to decline. And the reason he gave is he wants to aim for even a higher achievement. He says, I'm only 27 years old. I've only spent 4 years in the majors. Let me just work a little harder, a little longer. And I thought that was very admirable. You know, the one really interesting thing about Shohei-san is that he was coached by someone when he was very young And he told all the team that if you find a piece of trash on the field, to pick it up and put it in your pocket. And he still does this today. And the Angels team loves to catch him, loves to catch him on the camera doing it. Yeah, he's always constantly just picking up things that shouldn't be there on the field and putting it in his pocket. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.